right, guys, here's our next piece for Qualtrics. What we're going to do now is add a few questions after our randomization occurs, and then we're going to make some fake data, and we're going to download the data to make sure everything worked out okay. All right, so just a quick reminder, practice project, informed consent, consent question, skipping to my study question, then my conditions. People are randomized to one or the other. Okay, so now what I want to do is I've made a third block, and I'm just going to add some more questions here. So this would be like where you would put your dependent variable questions. And again, you can copy things into this. Okay. All right, so now I have a couple questions. I can test this out. So what I want to do, and this is really important, is before I get ready to check out my fake data, I want to go back to the survey flow, which is where we did our randomizer. It's really important that I look to make sure that my new block is over here in the big branch instead of nested inside my randomizer. So if it were the case that I accidentally put something in the wrong place, it's no big deal. Let me just show you how you would do that. I just click on move here, and then I just move it where I want it. So let's say I wanted this in here with my other conditions. It would randomly assign people to one of those three things instead of one of two. Since I don't want it there, I'm going to put it back where I had it, which is over here at the end. And now it's underneath the end of the survey, so I got to move the end of the survey down to the end. So this is all really easy to move around, but this is a good way to check and make sure everyone's getting what you want in the survey in the order that you want it. All right, I'm going to save it. Okay, now I'm going to go to this handy thing here, my tools area. I'm going to click on review, and I can ask for the computer to generate as many test responses as I want. It does it in a matter of seconds, and it's a lot less time consuming than me filling out the preview 25 times. All right, so I'm going to ask for 25 responses, start the test, and like I said, it just takes a second or so, and now it's basically done. Okay. So now I get to go to data and analysis. This is a super useful way to just make sure everything's the way that you wanted before you start asking people to fill out your survey. Because otherwise, once you've asked them to do it once, if you messed up or if there's something wrong with your survey, if you find that out after you've already gotten participants, then that's one less person that's more work that you have to do later. So let's go ahead, and this always takes just a second to do. So we'll try to be patient. And here we are. All right, so see, I have these 25 responses. They just came out of nowhere. And basically it's just like a little bot that is answering all my survey items, but it gets the job done. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to export this to SPSS. There's one important feature that we need to click on when we export so that we can record our randomizing as a variable. Okay, so I'm going to click on export data. And I have all of these different formats, and if you ever use something other than SPSS, it's good to know. Qualtrics can basically work with all of them, but we're going to go straight to SPSS. All right, so before I click download, what I want to choose is more options. Okay. Now here in more options, I'm going to scroll down. And the one thing that I really want to know is where it says export viewing order data for randomized surveys. What this will do is make a variable that lets me know whether somebody got condition 1 or condition 2, which is important because I need that to make my independent variable in the analysis. All right, so I'm going to click on that, and then now here we go, download. Okay, and it's pretty quick. Now I've got my downloaded data, which goes wherever downloads go on your computer.